Olá, Aveiro'dayız. Aveiro, Portugal. Hello, this is Berfu Soares. We're in Aveiro for the first of the Berfurbanism city series, where we will explore the cities with their architectural structures and urban textures by walk. Aveiro is located 255 km north of Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, and 70 km south of Porto City. Today, Aveiro is a very important tourism and university city. It has gigantic importance in salt production and maritime trade from past to present. The other important power in the city's economy is the ceramics industry. Thanks to the advantage from the geological features of the region, ceramic production has turned into a long productive tradition. The greatest architectural wealth of the city is the Art Nouveau style buildings from 19th and the 20th centuries. We'll discover the city by this route, which is numbered as seen. If you wish to explore the city from the train station in the opposite direction, you can reach the ceramic factory at number 14 by the axis indicated in sports red and continue clockwise. We'll start the exploration of the architectural and urbanism characters of Aveiro by walking from the number 1 Aveiro train station. The station is placed on the main street of the city, Avenida Doutor Lourenço Peixinho, where the Art Nouveau style civil architecture examples are clustered. Estação do Aveiro, Aveiro train station. When you arrive in the city by train, this station will be your entry point. The oldest station of the city provided service in 1864. This station is one of the most important stops on Portugal's Northern Line. This old station building has a facade covered with 59 iconic ceramic panels in shades of blue and yellow, representing local traditions, events, figures, structures, natural and cultural landscapes. The station, which is covered by these azulejos, namely Portuguese ceramics, was put into service in 1916, as may be seen on the ceramics. The building, built in the traditional Portuguese style, is a good example of the style called Casa Portuguesa, the Portuguese house. Here we are, inside the new station building. From this station, many cities can be reached from north to the south of Portugal. Avenida Doutor Lourenço Peixinho, Dr. Lourenço Peixinho Avenue. Just the opposite side of the station, there is the statue of Lourenço Simões Peixinho, the physician from Aveiro and who was the president of the city for 24 years. The name of the main street comes from him. As you may see here, the train station is at the beginning of this avenue. When you keep on walking on this main street, you reach the historical city center. There are a lot of examples of civil architecture on the avenue. Monumento aos Mortos de Grande Guerra, Monument of the Great War. The Great War Martyrs Monument took its place in the square in 1934 as a tribute to the Aveiro soldiers killed in the war. The greatest architectural wealth of the city is the Art Nouveau style buildings from 19th and the 20th centuries. Casa da Cooperativa Agrícola de Aveiro, Aveiro Agricultural Cooperative Building. The designers of the 20th century building were Francisco Augusto Silva Rocha and Jaime Inácio dos Santos. Integrated into a continuous urban facade, the building is covered with a three-story mass gable roof with a rectangular floor plan. The distinctively vertical facade is divided horizontally into three panels. Decorative ornaments concentrated in the whole building offer a different spatial organization. Carved frames of the openings, the plant motifs designed in warm tones, offer a visual feast with their curvilineal shapes. The plant representations start from the base of the building and accompany the curved ends of the facade. The ground floor has three separate entrance openings that form an arch. The other two floors have a flat arch and three bay windows at the top. There is a balcony on the first floor and three separate balconies on the second floor. The top end of the building is finished with an axial crown. Ansa limestone in stone masonry, ceramics were used on the facade and iron was used on the balconies. Nowadays, it's used as a contemporary art museum and vintage shop. Museu de República, Museum of the Republic. The building, which has an exuberant facade, draws attention with its imposing stone decorations. The large balcony with the image of women is the focal point of the building. The consoles supporting the balcony on the facade expand onto Corinthian columns. There are stone plant motifs in the homogeneous facade decoration and wrought iron on the window and balcony railings. Casa do Major Pessoa. Now we are in front of Casa do Major Pessoa, which I can say is my favorite among the Aveiro structures. Considered the largest example of the Art Nouveau movement in Aveiro, the building is known as Casa Major Pessoa because it used to be the home of the Mário Belmonte Pessoa family. It was built in 1907 at the initiative of Mário Belmonte Pessoa with the project of architects Francisco Augusto de Silva Rocha and Ernesto Corrodi. Natural motifs as flowers and animals and stylized curvilinear shapes and decorative abundance on the facade are seen in stonework, ceramics and metalwork. In this way, Art Nouveau gains a character. Nowadays, the building, which is a very well-preserved example of Art Nouveau, has been used as an Art Nouveau museum and café since 2008. Muliceiro. Muliceiro, which is on the move all day long in the canals of the city, has a great role in making Aveiro known as the Venice of Portugal. Muliceiros are one of the most important icons of Aveiro city. In the past, it was used to collect meliço, which is a type of seaweed used to fertilize farmland in the area. The name of the muliceiro comes from these meliços. One part of the boat is shorter than the other parts to collect and load the meliços, the seaweed, easily. The boat, which is 15 meters long and 2.5 meters wide, can be built in approximately 25 days with the work of 2 people. Today, the number of people building muliceiro has decreased considerably. The wood used in the construction of these boats is the pines that are abundant in the region. The most striking and characteristic part of the Muluseiros are the stern and proof sections decorated with picturesque images. The theme of these paintings is the socio-cultural changes of Portugal. These paintings contain historical, religious, political, and daily life. These pictures served as a kind of newspaper to inform the people living in the city about what was going on in the region in the early days. Pictures always consist of text and images. The loud ones are honored with the drawings, the unloved ones are satirized. Today's paintings bear themes such as football, fado, politics, the European Union and the economic crisis. Anonymous Mulusseiro painters continue to look critically. The Muluseiros, which started to lose their functions in the past, started to exist in the canals of the historical city as a new cultural and touristic symbol when faced with the danger of extinction. In this way, it has been prevented from remaining as a museum piece that has completed its original useful life, and it's ensured that it is a living cultural heritage. Existing poles of Muluseiros, which make touristic trips today, have been removed in order to pass over the bridges on the historical canals, and the existing springs have been cut. Muluseiro is a unique boat in the world with its original form and history. For this reason, it has been requested to be classified as a National Heritage and UNESCO World Heritage Site. Praça do Peixe, Fish Square. It is located in the historical center of the city. Praça do Peixe became the main venue for the sale of fish and salt at the beginning of the 20th century. The square, which is a very touristic area today, is surrounded by various eating, drinking and entertainment venues. There is a fountain in the middle of the square, which you will see in many Portuguese cities. This fountain is from 1876. In this building, which is located right in front of the fish market square, fish is still sold on certain days and hours. There is a nice fish restaurant on the upper floor of this building. When we continue along the canal from the fish square, we reach both the other canals and the newest bridge over the canals. Ponte dos Boteróis, the Bridge of Boteróis. Pedestrian circulation bridge was designed by Luís Viegas and Domingos Moreira in 2006. Is located in Aveiro on the São Roque and Boteróis canals. The bridge offers the opportunity to cross two canals with its circular form. It is designed for cyclists and pedestrians. The bridge, which draws attention with its circular form, consists of a circle with a perimeter of 26 meters which is tangential to three shores. While creating the bridge form, the nets used as fishing, which have an important place in the history of the city, became a metaphor. The metal ball in the middle of the bridge also symbolizes the hope of good fishing. The bridge is supported by metal rods attached to a concrete mass. It has ramps as well as stairs. In this way, it meets an important criterion of being an accessible bridge for all. The wooden floor is suspended by cables from a pole that configures the mooring ring above it. Composite profiles are used to provide the circular geometry, metal and wood for the walkway, and the curved glass material for the outer guards. In order not to interfere with spatial reading, the use of transparent materials as glass was given importance in the design. Capela de São Gonçalinho, the Chapel of São Gonçalinho. This building was built in 1714 in honor of the Saint Gonçalo, who is believed to have cured bone diseases. Every year in January, celebrations in honor of São Gonçalinho are held in this chapel and in the square right in front of it. In these celebrations, those who made their wishes in previous years and their wishes come true threw cavacas, a kind of dry cake covered with egg white, flour and sugar, to the crowd gathered in the chapel square from the upper part of the chapel. The stone structure, which has a hexagonal plan, has a double-column Tuscan entablature and a niche. On the hill, there is a bell tower. On the side facades, there are two rectangular openings. After the chapel, we continue walking through the streets of the historical city center to reach the main street. Reaching the main street, we come across the temporary market in Joaquim de Melo Freitas Square. In this area where local products are sold, salt, which has an important place in the economy of the city, took its place in the stands. Obelisca da Liberdade, Obelisk of Liberty. The obelisk took its place in the square in 1909. Ernesto Corrodi built it from granite, limestone and marble. It's an Art Nouveau obelisk based on geometrically ornamented pedestal carved from limestone at the top of and marble at the bottom. The connection between the obelisk and the pedestal is provided by a highly decorated volume with plant elements. Câmara Municipal de Aveiro, building of Aveiro municipality. It was built in 1797. The structure features late Pombelina architecture with a towering bell tower in the center and a symmetrical distribution of openings. Teatro Aveirense, Theatre of Aveiro. The construction of the theatre began in 1855 and was completed in 1881. The theatre still hosts many music, dance and opera performances by many prestigious actors. Santa Casa da Misericórdia de Aveiro. The 17th century church has a rectangular plan. The most striking part of its facade is, of course, the azulejo, Portuguese ceramics. Ponte Laços de Amizade, Friendship Bridge. The ribbon tradition on the bridge started in 2002 by two students from the University of Aveiro to emphasize the need to preserve the wooden bridge. The bridge, which symbolizes friendship with ribbons and increased accessibility with a ramp, is located on the Coju Canal. Other bridges over the canal seem to have started to follow this tradition. Antiga Fábrica Jerônimo Pereira Campos, the old factory of ceramics. One of the best and imposing examples of industrial heritage, the ceramic factory, which stands out with its 20th century red bricks, Marseille tiles, and tall chimney, is a symbol of the urban landscape of Aveiro. The building was designed by architect José Olímpio and was built between 1915 and 1917. The factory is located at the end of Fonte Nova Park and at the end of the Coju Canal. The location of the canal close to the mud pits, which is the raw material for the ceramics, and the advantage of transportation were effective in the selection of the production site. The facility was abandoned in the 1970s due to the economic problems experienced by the company. In 1982, after the municipality of Aveiro bought the building, it started renovation work in 1995. The building has been serving as an important center for congresses, shows and conferences in the region since 1995. The structure, which has a long rectangular plan, consists of several linear bodies. The curved openings on the facade are evenly spaced. The five-story building includes the city council's offices, conference hall, auditorium, restaurant and bar. Calçada Portuguesa, pavements of Portugal. These are one of the most beautiful characteristics of Portuguese cities. Since Aveiro is an important city for seaports and fishing, symbols showing these characters of the city are carved on Portuguese pavements. Street artworks also add aesthetics to the streets of the city. As in the pavements, the maritime emphasis is also felt in the other art elements on the street. Azulejos are the other crucial elements of the Portuguese urban characteristic. The fact that the country is located by the ocean creates a need for protection from humidity. Azulejos or ceramics are used on facades as a solution to protect structures. We explored Aveiro, that is a very unique Portuguese city with its canals, well-preserved Art Nouveau civil architecture, monumental and industrial heritage. azulejos, ceramics, paving stones, and muliceiro boats by walk. If you would like to be informed about the next video of the urban series that we will continue to explore the cities of Portugal and other countries, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button. See you. Thank you for your watching.